Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine and doing well. So, we will continue our chapter How Things Change. In the previous classes, we learned about some changes. In the last class, we studied about physical and chemical changes, expansion and contraction changes, and lastly, exothermic and endothermic changes. Today we are going to learn about solutions. What are the types of solutions? What is solubility? What are the factors affecting solubility? These we will go study today. So what is a solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of one or more substances dissolved in another substance. It is called a solution. Now one substance is being dissolved in another substance. The substance which is less in quantity, it is generally called as a solute, and the quantity which is more, that is called as a solvent. The solute is dissolved in solvent. Here we will take an example of salt dissolved in water. Salt is a solute which we dissolve in water. Here the water is taken in more quantity, so it is called as solvent. And solute is the salt. It is taken in less quantity. That is why it is called as a solute. This was an example of solid solute dissolved in liquid solvent. The solute was salt. It is a solid substance and we are dissolving this solid solute in liquid solvent. The solvent is water. So it is solvent. There are more examples where solute is a different thing and solvent is a different thing. Just like air, it is a solution of gas in gas. Some gases are dissolved in other gases, right? It is called as a gas in gas solution. One more example is, you all drink aerated drinks, right? Like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up. These are all aerated drinks which contain soda. We call it as a aerated drink. Okay, why do we call it as aerated drink? Because air is dissolved in the drink. Aerated, right? Air is dissolved in the cold drink or the drink in water, right? Water is the solvent here, and in it the carbon dioxide gas is being dissolved. So it is a gas in liquid solution. Here we have learned about three types of solutions, like solid in liquid. Example is salt dissolved in water. Then we have studied about gas in gas. Example is air. Then we studied about gas in liquid. Example is aerated drinks. Now we come to the next topic, that is solubility. What is solubility? Just now we studied about solutions. Now we will study about solubility of a solute in a solvent. What is solubility? It is the measurement of a solute, how much solute is getting dissolved in a solvent. That is called as solubility. Suppose we are taking a solute, a salt, and we want to find out its solubility. How will we find its solubility in water? We just have to see how much amount of salt is getting dissolved in water. Maximum amount of that solute that can be dissolved in given quantity of solvent. Suppose 100 ml we are taking this quantity. How much solute is getting dissolved in 100 ml of the solvent is known as its solubility. And we do not change the temperature. We keep the temperature as well as pressure constant. And that at that particular temperature and pressure, how much solute is getting dissolved in 100 ml of solvent, it is called the solubility of that solute. Okay. What are the types of solutions? Two types of solutions we know, saturated solution and unsaturated solution. Saturated solution means the solvent cannot dissolve more solute at that particular temperature. Okay, means suppose we say that we are dissolving some salt in water, we are going on dissolving, and then finally a stage reaches where more solute added is not getting dissolved. We can see that it gets settled down at the bottom of the container. Now we say that maximum amount of solute has been dissolved in the solvent. No more solute is getting dissolved. Even if we add more solute, it is not getting dissolved now, then it is called as a saturated solution. And the stages before the saturation is reached, all the stages before that, it is called as unsaturated solution. Please remember here that we are not heating the solution at this stage. Then only we can say that the solution is saturated, because if we heat the saturated solution, we can add more and more solute. Okay, but we are not heating the solution. We are keeping the temperature of the solution constant. We are not heating at all. At that stage only we can say whether it is saturated or unsaturated, right? Now we have to find out what are the factors that affect the solubility. What are the parameters which affect the solubility? We will see that temperature and pressure are the two factors which affect solubility. Okay, if we change the temperature, if we heat the solution, we can add more solute. Suppose we are taking a saturated solution of salt in water, we will see that on heating the solution we can add more salt. When we are not heating the solution, we are at that particular temperature, we cannot add more salt. But if we heat the solution, we can add more salt in the saturated solution also. It also gets dissolved. The more added salt also gets dissolved now. You can see that temperature increases the solubility of solid solute in solvent, right? So we can say that increase in temperature increases the solubility, right? This is the effect of temperature. Now what is the effect of pressure? Pressure means if we increase the pressure of a gas or increase the pressure of air, we apply a cover on the container, it will increase the pressure inside the container, right? But it will not affect the solubility. If we see the solubility of a salt in solvent, liquid solvent, or solid solute in liquid solvent, we will see that pressure is not changing the solubility of the solution. Then how does it affect? Pressure is affecting the solubility of a gas solute in liquid solvent. Okay. If we increase the pressure of the gas, then it will get dissolved more than it was getting dissolved earlier. So we have studied an example of gas in liquid solution, that is the aerated drinks, right? Here if we increase the pressure of the carbon dioxide, then it gets more dissolved in the solution. We have seen that when we open the bottle, we see that a pressure is there, right? This shows that pressure has been given to dissolve it. And if we allow the cold drink to stand for some time, all the carbon dioxide gets released into the air. That means if we release the pressure, the air gets removed from it. Thus, increase in pressure will increase the solubility and decrease in pressure will decrease the solubility. Thus, the factors that affect solubility are temperature and pressure. So, we have studied about solutions, types of solutions, solubility and factors affecting the solubility, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me during the clarification hours. And this was your class for today. Thank you and have a nice day.